Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Jefferson Chamber's Vision and Voice series sponsored by Entergy. We are excited to be here today. I'm joined by Al Galindo. My name is Ruth Lawson, president of the Jefferson Chamber, and Al Galindo will be serving as our 2023 chair. So thank you so much for joining us, Al.
Thanks, Ruth. Thanks for having me.
Yes, of course. We're looking so forward to you being our chair next year. You've been so involved in the chamber. I know you recently retired, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Al served as Regional Customer Service for Entergy, and if you can kind of give us a little background on your career and how you got here.
Sure. Thanks, Ruth. First of all, I never imagined I would be living in the Metairie, New Orleans area when I first got out of school.
Right.
I moved 6 times across the country to different positions, primarily in the energy business and the utility business. And about 11 and a half years ago, I had the opportunity to take a position here at Entergy in the New Orleans area to help with a new service that the company was trying to revamp. And anyway, we love it here. It's a great area to live in, great community, and great folks that live here. So I'm really happy to be here.
Wonderful. And so you served at Entergy as Regional Customer Service Manager for how long?
Probably for the last 3 years. If you think about the last several years of storms, that was me that was involved in that part of the company's response. But it certainly gave me an appreciation for the manner in which the community comes together to help with restoration and certainly helping the community out. Certainly the Chamber and other business organizations are very supportive of Entergy and all the other responders to the storm, that it really makes it a collaborative effort that feels really good to help the community.
Certainly. And I know you mentioned several of the storms that we've had over the last years and different weather events, and your job was front and center dealing with those, being kind of the liaison between the community organizations, the government agencies, and Entergy. Can you explain kind of your role there?
Sure. Part of the restoration process involves our customer service managers, and these are individuals that reported up to me and my team that have the relationship with all of the parish and municipal officials, and part of the response is to proactively communicate the preparations for the storm, but also the restoration process, where we're having our crews working, what sort of damages we've experienced, the number of customers that are out, and then how soon we'll have power restored. And we provide those updates to the parish councils, to the city council, so it's a way to ensure that we're communicating to the community our response to getting power back on and get everybody's life back to normal.
Right. So unfortunately last night we our community suffered from some tornadoes, and I know that you usually get those calls. Did your phone ring, or
it rang a couple of times. We've got some new employees from the retirements as well, but it's a very proven process that we use, and so they get into the restoration mode, and it's kind of like an adrenaline rush when you're in that mode. But the phone rang a couple of times, and they were doing fine.
Well, good. We're happy to hear that, and I know Entergy does so much for our community, not just keeping us all up to date on the outages and working with the different business organizations and the government entities, but I know recently Entergy also gave a large grant to our early childhood care and education initiative in Jefferson Parish.
Yeah, we're really proud of that grant that we provided, and it's really to help the community where we need development for early childhood child care. Yeah. We know that if young children aren't prepared for when they go to school with certain skill sets, then they're already behind, and so the company is very committed to making sure that we provide that support, because at the end it really helps to develop the workforce that's really important to this area.
Yes, certainly. I know it has been a long initiative of the Jefferson Chamber to support early childhood care and education, and right now there's a dollar-to-dollar match with the state. So
right.
Our business organization, the Jefferson Chamber, as well as the whole community, is very grateful to Entergy for stepping up and providing that money, and we look forward to it contributing to our children and then our workforce as well.
Right.
So we've talked a little bit about your career at Entergy, but how did you first get involved with the Chamber and now rising to the role as board chair for next year?
Well, one of the former chairs of the Chamber, Manny Silver, who many people may remember, he was chair back, I think, in 2012 or 2013. he had come to me and he said, Al, I really think you would enjoy getting involved with the Jefferson Chamber. I would like for you to enroll in the Leadership Jefferson program. And so I was in the class of 2014 and really enjoyed the just learning all about Jefferson Parish and all the different services and the different initiatives that are a part of the parish. And then about a year or so later, I was asked to serve on the board, which got me involved in the membership committee at the time, which then led to the ambassador committee. And so I felt that when I came to the chamber, I felt very much well received and welcomed. It was a great experience, and so I appreciated the passion that the chamber has for its community and the advocacy that the organization was providing to all of our businesses. And so I thought it was a great opportunity to get engaged. And so I've been a member of the board since 2015, 2016, and I've enjoyed it. And so I really appreciate the opportunity to represent the chamber, as the chair. Last year's position, or this year's position, provided me with the government committee chair responsibilities, and I really enjoyed getting to learn more about the issues, the advocacy that we provide as a chamber, and so I'm looking forward to that in 2023.
Yes. So you mentioned Leadership Jefferson, you mentioned the membership committee, which then became the ambassadors committee and government committee. And we always say the best way for anybody to get involved with the chamber is to join a committee. Do you believe that that's kind of what kept you involved and engaged with the chamber?
Oh, absolutely, Ruth. I think if anybody gets involved with the chamber, that's the best way to really understand the value and the impact that the chamber organization provides to the business community and then to the community in general, just to improve the quality of life. And so I'm a strong advocate. I encouraged team members at Entergy to get involved, and others that are outside of the company to stay involved. Because it really provides a great satisfaction to you personally to be involved in an organization such as the Jefferson Chamber.
Oh, great. Well, we're so grateful for your engagement. You're a poster boy. You went through our Leadership Jefferson class, and now you're a board chair.
Yeah.
So that it's a wonderful story for us, and we're just so happy that you've continued to stay involved. So you mentioned Chair's Government Committee this past year for 2022. I know that is always a very well-attended meeting, a committee meeting, and we had so many different volunteers who came and spoke to us and talked to us about issues. Was there anyone in particular that kind of stood out to you, or one topic, I guess, which you would say, we advocated the most for?
We had a good variety of speakers. We had the Lieutenant Governor who really helped to promote what he's in his office is doing for the state. But I also appreciated the information that we received on all of the issues impacting our members with flood insurance, education. We had a spirited conversation at one of our meetings regarding just education.
Right. Spirited.
I would call it spirited, but but I enjoy that atmosphere because it allows for dialogue for individuals to share their feedback and their opinions about certain issues that are really impactful to the whole community and to the state in general.
Yes, I agree. Flood insurance has obviously been a huge topic for us this year, but also insurance in general. And I know we recently had the Insurance Commissioner's Office come here and speak to us about all the different implications of the insurance increases. So I know that that's been a big topic this year, and we're grateful for your leadership in getting these different leaders to come and speak with us.
Well, thank you.
So what are you looking forward to as board chair next year? What are you looking forward to in 2023?
I'm really looking forward to, Ruth, just the opportunity to be more fully engaged with our members, with the committees. I really want to learn more about some of the things that I hadn't done with the other committees like education, health, and wellness. I think there are opportunities there. I also believe that next year we have an election year, so that will be impactful for us. We have I think a governor's election and several council member races, but also trying to make sure that we provide our members and our potentially new members with the value that the chamber brings to the community. Certainly the advocacy is part of our mission to ensure that our members know that we're promoting a strong business climate here in this area, and so I think that's something that the Jefferson Chamber has done well, and so I want to be able to hopefully enhance that advocacy for our members.
That's wonderful, and you've already done such a good job of that as chair of the government committee, and I know you'll continue to do that. We recently met as a leadership executive retreat to kind of plan out the 2023 year. I know the advocacy portion is always a huge voice for the Jefferson Chamber, and you mentioned a few things. You
Right.
mentioned our elections coming up, making sure that we elect pro-business minded candidates, as well as keeping on top of issues that are affecting our membership organization.
Mm-hmm.
Can you, kind of delve into some other strategic initiatives we talked about at that meeting?
Sure.
We're looking forward to in 2023?
I think part of it is, learning more about some of the regulations that are being put together regarding industrial zoning. The West Bank is part of the parish's greatest opportunity for growth and development from an industry and job
Yes.
development, and so we really feel it's important that we are involved in any sort of industrial zoning regulatory changes, potential changes,
Yes.
so that our members know that we're advocating for them. We know that also next year is a fiscal session
Mm-hmm.
for the legislature, so we want to make sure that we're engaged with the issues that are coming out of the legislature, so we'll be engaged with them. And also, we want to make sure that we work strongly to advocate for the chamber in the West Bank. I know the West Bank is a strong part of this area, and so we want to make sure that we're proactively working with our partners on the West Bank to ensure that we're advocating for the issues that impact all of us.
Yes. I think that's a great summary of everything we spoke about at our retreat and our initiatives that we're looking for 2023. And I know that you will do an incredible job as leading us. It's going to be a great year. It's going to be a busy year.
Yeah.
It's going to be an interesting year with the tax reform proposals that are put forth the legislature, and then the local state elections that we have coming forward. So I look forward to 2023 with you, and I'm so excited you're willing to take on this role with us.
Well, thank you, Ruth. I appreciate the opportunity from a career perspective. For me, this is just a great opportunity. I've been very fortunate in my career to have been involved with a lot of great companies, and but more importantly, really working with a lot of great people, and I enjoy that part of what I do. And so I'm looking totally forward to all of next year and what we can do together as an organization.
Well, good. Well, us as well. And just left turn a little. What is Santa Claus bringing you for retirement?
I don't know.
Travel plans?
Probably sometime in the first half of next year. My wife and I will take a few trips. We've already planned. We were talking about a few trips. My son gave me a guitar as a retirement gift, so I'll be doing that to try to see what I can do.
Too.
And I'm shooting hoops too to try to stay in shape. So you always wondered, how did you get all this stuff done when you were working full time? And so I'm looking forward to have the time to be able to contribute more to the community, which is something that was part of my plan after retirement. So I appreciate the opportunity.
Well, thank you. I know you serve on the board of a community health organization on the West Bank, and several other positions within business organizations and other community organizations within Jefferson and the region. And we're just so grateful for your continued support of the community, even though you're retired. And we look forward for you serving in our role too.
Well, thanks, Ruth. I look forward to it.
Well, thank you. Al Galindo, our 2023 board chair, we're so happy to have you, and we look forward to 2023. And I would like to thank you for your time today, for your passion and your engagement in the chamber and going forward. And I would also like to thank Atmos Energy again today for sponsoring our Vision and Voice series, and we hope everyone has very happy holidays. Thank you.